How do I do it?
The question you asked today, Miss LeBlanc. How do you do it? Before we begin, we knock upon the cards 3 times. We knock once to allow the cards to see what has been. We knock twice to allow them to see what is. And we knock a final time so that they may guide us into what might be. For my more interesting clients, there is something I always offer, though it is never forced nor required, but it has offered those in need a bit of extra help.
What is it?
If you are so inclined, you may make an offering. It does not have to be your blood if you are not inclined to such things.
Is that all right?
Of course. I offer you a choice once more. You may either tap on your own cards, one at a time, three in total. I will pick them from the table and I will read them to you. Or I will simply do it. Tap upon them, draw them, and read them. Does not matter either way. It is simply what you are more comfortable with, Mr. Blanc.
You do it.
Why, of course. For our first card, we look upon the past. The you that once was and now is no longer. The you that has died, been sent to its grave to sleep. Perhaps you will find a fragment of this past you in the future. But for right now, it is separated. No longer. The Knight of Cups, upright. Upon the card there is a man. Instead of cloaked in armor, he rests only in robes. He rides upon a white stallion, and in his hand he carries not a sword, not a scroll, and not a shield, but rather a single cup that he outstretches towards the sky. The Knight of Cups is a romanticist, an artist, and a poet. He is of sensitive nature, and it is only his heart that leads him through this world. With the suit of cups, they are the cards of the soul, of love and loss and spirit, of the you that flows just beneath the surface, like a river under the ground. It is the thing that moves us, that causes us to act, or at least to want to act. And the Knight of Cups is not unfamiliar in this. He's a soft thing, gentle and new to the world, not yet experienced, but with so much love to give, if only the world would accept it. Sometimes reality gets in the way of his dreams, of the way that he wishes the world to be, and so with his eyes shut tight, he changes the world to fit his reality, the things that he wishes to see and believe in. Sometimes it causes him to go blind. unable to see the truth for the pain that it would cause to his heart. He would prefer to wrap blindfolds around himself, take his own eyes, than stare upon what actually is and what must be. The heart can only endure so much before it breaks. And when your heart is all you have, what happens when it's gone too? We move on to the card of our present. With all concepts of time, it is rather abstract in nature. If you are a person that changes often, if with each fluttering breath you find yourself born anew, by the time I have drawn this card for you, it will already have been your past. A moment once and now gone. But perhaps if you are more stable in nature, if you, as what exists now, withstands the test of time, this is what is laid out. The present can become the past in just the blink of an eye. Every moment is rather fleeting. The Eight of Swords upright. Like a fly trapped in a spider's web, you are entangled in ropes and knots. Your limbs have lost their function, tethered to something not their own. You move about as if normal. You wake up each morning and embrace the sun. But the way your hands move, they don't really seem like your own. Perhaps others noticed it first. A change in the way you flicked water off your wrists after washing them. Maybe in the way your footsteps grew a bit heavier every time you stepped through a door. Slowly yet surely, you stop being you. Your choices stopped being your own, and rather you were simply pulled side to side, a marionette on a string to the whims of those around you. People tried to help, to cut those ropes away and to send you fleeing and flying on your own. And yet, when they did, like clockwork, you tied them ropes right back on. A prison of your own making, a web to entrap you on purpose. And all the times you could have left, you stayed. You allowed yourself to be a part of someone else's movement, of someone else's story. No choice or will of your own, because that was what you chose. Perhaps it was easier that way, doing things because others told you. Takes away some of the responsibility. You don't have to think about what you've done. It was always another's choice, wasn't it? What they asked for, what they desired. Like a bird in a cage. Except that door's always been open. You just keep pulling it closed. Shall we move on to your final card, Miss LeBlanc?
You.
The Ten of Wands. Upright. A man finds himself floating among the clouds. The moon rests just behind him, enveloping his body in that sickly whiteness of the sky, circling around him like the wands of angels are 10 spears. They are close to him, but not quite piercing. Close enough, though, that he curls inwards on himself, that he sinks his head into his hands and cowers, burdened by the weight of fear. There is no clear sky around him, for in every corner and which way there is a brewing storm. There is something approaching, and yet he knows not where and what, simply that it will find him when he is ready. You will have faced many challenges, burden after burden and weight after weight, and they will pile upon your back and crush in your spine. You will feel it, every pop of tendon and bone. You will feel the fluid from your spine slick down your back and out of your ears, and yet you will be forced to continue onwards. The wands serve their purpose, and although you may have to stab yourself to grab upon them, once you hold it in your hands, you will know what to do with it. You will know the choice that has to be made. This choice, this thing that will crawl from the clouds, you will be the one to bear it. It will be both your accomplishment and your worst moment. Each one will be as a lesson to not only you, but to the thing that comes that you do not know yet. Those lessons of yours will become its. And with every wand and spear that you pass over, you will know the weight that you will inflict. For it is the very thing that you've been holding on to all this time. Perhaps it will lighten the burden. Perhaps it will give you some relief, respite. Or perhaps it will drag you down with it. Either way, you will carry many bricks, but you will make it up the mountain simply to see what you do with the bricks at the end of it, Miss LeBlanc. You and your family are always the interesting ones, aren't they?
Well, I guess my brother was right.
Was he now?
Yeah. How long have you been doing this for?
Hmm, quite some time now. I was a child when I first began. Couldn't have been older than 8 or 9.
Well, I really appreciate you coming out here and reading them for me.
Of course. This is what I'm made to do. To offer upon my cards and of my ears if one is so inclined.
Well, you're certainly in the right business. Can you can you
Mm,
tell me about the card my brother kept? What was it? It was the
Wheel of
wheel.
Fortune.
Yeah.
It is a cycle. The ending and the beginning is all the same. It is the path of life. For one thing to end, another must start. Over and over and over again. It is to say that the world moves us. That for some people, their lives are laid out like a map. It starts at point A and ends at point C. And they do not have a say or a choice in the matter. They are simply to the whims of the world, that it is their path, their calling, and just as the earth bore them, it will eat them alive in due time. The love and violence of nature, of its ever changing turns. The world always spins. It is only us who chooses to stay still, and even then, if we do not move, the world will simply do it for us.
see.
Why is it you ask, Miss LeBlanc?
Cycles, patterns, things of that nature runs rampant in my family. I guess I was just curious.
And of course, there is no harm in curiosity, I've found. Most of the time, at least.
Hmm. It's always good to learn, isn't it?
We would be nothing if we were not constantly learning as a race. That is the blessing of mankind, our ability to learn, to change from it.
Um, I know in your telegrams it said a trade or something, right? Or did you want? Oh, what? How could I pay you for this?
It is not coin I request or desire. It is always an exchange, whether those items be physical or otherwise. I do accept everything: trinkets and food, knives, stories, tales, and secrets, memories. Anything that you could offer, I would take. That is the nature of my readings. It is whatever you deem to be worthy of our conversation. If it is nothing to you, you may pick some dirt upon the ground and set it on the table, and it would be more than enough. If you found yourself satisfied or at least enlightened, you may offer anything.
This was the first gift I ever got coming here. It was the first act of kindness anyone ever showed me here.
Who was it that gave it to you?
A Russian?
No.
It was all I had to protect myself for a little bit there. I held on to it from day one, basically. Never left my side, except for the time they locked me up, but that wasn't by choice. Feel a little bare without it, to be honest, but
Why is it that you give up this?
well, I feel better protected now, I guess. I guess it's my way of letting her die.
Then I shall keep an item of the dead. I do thank you for this trade, Miss LeBlanc. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not at the moment, no.
It was a pleasure, Miss LeBlanc. If you are ever in need of any further readings or perhaps just conversation, you know how to reach out to me. I make myself rather available when needed.
I appreciate it. You as well. Not that I could offer much, but if you do need something, doesn't hurt to ask.
And of course, do take care now.